Well, cities have been part of the Global Compact movement from the beginning, when Melbourne on its own started to engage business in city solution. That was way back in 2002, 10 years ago. Initially, we didn't pay much attention to this movement, but as sustainable cities with business engagement has grown worldwide, we have supported it in a number of cities across the world. And this initially Melbourne-driven initiative, Sustainable Cities, now involves, I believe, over 20 cities worldwide. And the specific angle of the UN Global Compact is obviously the private sector role in it. Business involvement in environmental cleanup efforts, business involvement in building, business involvement in transportation. So in a way, it has been part of the compact from the beginning. While we haven't really made a core in New York, it has kept on growing. And recently in Rio, at the Rio +20 Corporate Sustainability Forum, the city's track of our efforts was actually very, very dynamic and very strong. Well, as we know, urbanization is the global trend, and not only in the south, but also in the north. And this beautiful city of Copenhagen is a manifestation of it, where many people come together. The search is on for smart solutions. We live under enormous constraints in many ways: natural resource constraints, water constraints, pollution, health issues, and so forth, quality of life issues. So the opportunities for innovation is enormous when it comes to cities, the infrastructure investments and so forth. And Real Dania, which of course I have come across several times, is a wonderful, wonderful example in showing how you can, by growing local solutions, actually fit into this interface where all the attention is. People, business, high density, and the possibilities for pretty big and impactful solutions. Well, the corporate sector arguably has now for quite some time asked the question, how can I be more resource productive? How can I be socially more inclusive? How do I grow and invent new markets? And given the fact that most of the investment happens in cities or around cities, it has gotten a whole new dimension. Public-private partnerships have grown like never before. New ways of transportation, efficient building, new forms even of horizontal gardening are booming worldwide. And that is a case for business being both responsible but also making a profit, because it de facto means creating new markets. And so it has a double promise. Well, I'm intrigued personally about new spaces and new qualities of life issues. It always breaks my heart when I travel around the world and I visit new cities, mega cities, whether in China or in other places, replicas of Los Angeles, where the 60s are copied, and I can see and feel what big mistakes are being made, because once you set up the infrastructure, it's extremely costly to change it again. So I think it must start with people. It must start with space for living, creativity. I feel most happy when I see the open space where new forms of living are practiced again, and when a mindset change happens again to basically, you could almost call, reconquer the city space for the people. So it's not the cars we're building the cities for, it's not the highways, it's not the numbers of highway lanes that make a city great. No, it's the quality of life for the people.